I think I might have overdone it a little bit with the various speed upgrades. This is even without running. It's completely uncontrollable. Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back to the Cave Factory. And yeah, I have been upgrading various things on my armor and also in the magical trinkets here. And I think I got a trinket here, which is this one, movement speed plus. And with that and the quick feet armor and my plate leggings that I have from Tinker's Construct, where I added speedy 2. Yeah, this is, look, like, this is just walking speed, right? And this is running speed. It's nuts. I actually cannot control my movement, so I need to have actually worse armor. And I have noticed that, like, the living armor still gives me speed boost, right? It doesn't give me jump boost. This one is supposed to be, like, strong legs means jump boost. And I don't jump higher. So for the strong legs to be active, I need all living armor pieces and not just one. But the chest plate is enough to enable the quick feet. And even the quick feet 3 I have here on my mining chest plate is a little bit too much. And I've also just been leveling the mining upgrade, and these tunnels go for like 1,500 blocks. And I have insta-mining on my hammer. So with this armor, I think full living armor, I'm not sure if it needs to be full or not, but I've been only doing it with full living armor. And if I enable the sigil of the fast miner, I get insta-mining after a while. So it seems like it kind of waits to build up a little bit of momentum before I get insta-mining, but I'm completely fine with that because you really only need insta-mining where you're digging out large areas, not small areas. Actually, it is a little bit too much. It actually is quite hard to control, and I sometimes dig holes into walls when I shouldn't. Yes, I did expand a little bit in this direction, pretty much just to level up the insta-mining, and maybe we'll expand in this direction at some point in the future. But today I'm having an issue with my colonists again. They are demanding other materials to build with. This time it's flowers, and since I don't have a florist, and it will take a very long time to get a florist, and since the biomes in this mod pack don't seem to generate flowers normally, let's just go for this thing, Botania. I have already crafted some floral fertilizer, and the only way I have found to get flowers is some kind of mana pool in here where I'm going to be throwing other flowers, and that's going to transform them. I have no idea how Botania works. Botania seems to be included in most mod packs, and it never interested me to explore it, so maybe we'll find something new. And since I'm completely clueless, I probably will just do a bunch of things and tell you how it went. I made a very simple room here. I still haven't figured out what the walls are gonna be like, but the floor, like, since, like, this is a nature mod magic thing, right? So it needs to be grass, I thought. Maybe this is a terrible idea, but I used the grass to generate my first flowers. And the first flowers were basically, you just spam the floral fertilizer on the grass and you get tons of flowers. I actually haven't gotten a single one, whatever this color is. I think it's brown? I don't know. And I got only one white, but I then converted the white into the tall flowers. Like, it's very simple. So this is now a petal inside the grass. You can actually see that there is something there. It's supposed to be shimmering particles, but doesn't really do that. And now we can get a tall flower from this. On the tall flower, where are my shears? There are my shears. Boink, we use the shears. And now this can be converted into petals. And that's how I got my petals. Now I need to figure this thing out. I think I'm supposed to just throw 4 of those. And, oh, actually, there is a UI. Yay! And I get a pure daisy, which is the next quest. So I'm basically just gonna follow the quests. Oh, this thing... the water disappeared. I kind of predicted something like that, so I started making one of these. There we go. Throw in... Maybe I can fill in this auto-magically at least at some point. Right, so throw these in, throw one of these in, and now we have 2 pure daisies. Let's figure out what those are good for. I actually know one thing they are good for. They are good for converting water into ice and or snow into ice, something like that. They were involving in creating ice, but of course, we got the ice in a different way. So I am being told that I need to place logs around this, and since I get 8 logs, I'm assuming the layout should be like this. And also this is supposed to work with rocks, so let's try that. And yes, we're getting particles. Oh, and I'm having so much trouble moving around with all the speed boosts. And something is supposed to happen here after a while. I might have made this room too little. I don't know. I don't know how many of these weird flowers we're going to be getting and how much mana we actually need to generate. We'll see. Aha, and something has started happening. Yay, we're getting whatever this is. Living rock. I'm afraid to mine too fast. And that actually ruins the grass below. I don't like that. Alright, so how do we use this and why do we need this? That's the next thing to figure out. I actually wonder, can the mystical flowers be used in a kind of normal flower farm? Basically, can I dispense the flora fertilizer with a dispenser? That's the big question, because if I can, this could be a very efficient, dye farm. It wouldn't be a flower farm. No, it literally ended up in my hand. So yeah, no, it cannot be dispensed. Well, now we know. Useful experiment, unfortunately unsuccessful. And as you can see, I have taken off my armor because I've been moving too fast. First world problems. I'm moving too fast. I need to take off my super overpowered armor. Okay, so this is supposed to be my first flower that is generating mana. And I'm supposed to drop items on it, but it's supposed to take things that are burning in furnaces, but... it doesn't like blocks of coal, it doesn't like charcoal, it doesn't like coal, it doesn't like oak logs, so... what am I supposed to burn in it? I guess I need to read the manual. Okay, so apparently we need a wrench. Sorry, a wand, but it's a wrench. Yay, and that did something. And how much mana do I have? It's magical. So this is a mana spreader, and it needs to receive mana from this and spread it to a mana pool. That's how it works. We are getting mana. Something is happening. Okay, let's wait for this thing to fill up. Maybe I will have to throw in a lot of coal on this thing. Oh, why not? Let's take everything. Burn all my stuff. I have so much coal, it doesn't really matter. Can I feed this automagically somehow? Let's figure that one out. Like, because I have so much coal, I can feed this for a year and probably not run out of coal. Actually, right now, I think I am still unloading the second tank that was full of coal. Well, it was full of ores. Ouch! See, this is the problem with moving too fast. I'm not used to jumping up here. I will burn up. Yeah, this thing has 250,000 coal ore, and it's still unloading coal right now. So this is the second tank. I'm not even unloading the second tank I have with various cobblestones because like the storage is full. Like the storage is not full of ingots. So yeah, I have so much coal. Let's figure out if I can feed coal into that endo lily flame, whatever it was called. Endo flame. Yes. Okay. It doesn't want to burn more things. It only burns one thing at a time. It's kind of boring. Can I maybe... Hey, take one more coal. No, it is still burning. Never mind. Okay, I'll have to figure out how to feed this then. So apparently the standard way of feeding these flowers is with an open crate. It's like a barrel with a hole in the bottom. It's a good idea actually, because dispensers and droppers are not accurate, and this is apparently accurate. So give it this. Well, yeah, they are falling out accurately. The problem is, like, I don't know... can I read this with a comparator to know that it is burning things? Because that could be a solution. Hey, Redstone, we're doing a magic mod, therefore we're doing live Redstone. How unusual for me to turn everything into a Redstone problem. Well, okay, a comparator does nothing on it, so that doesn't help. So how do I know when to feed things to it, and when not? So, is it as simple as this? Dust here, and this flower can suck up items from at least one block away. So, if I just give this, let's just give it some coal. And that does lock the hopper. Yes, I think we are onto something here. Yeah, and now it has locked. Now, this will probably, possibly, maybe, potentially waste the coal if this takes longer, but it's not supposed to take that long to burn one coal. That's why I'm not using coal blocks. I'm not using coal blocks because I don't have them in my inventory. Okay, this seems to probably work. I'll connect the storage system somehow. We could use this cable. I don't know, I'll figure out how to pull the cables later. That's not a big deal. Oh, I can throw things in and get mana powder, whatever that is good for. Ah, okay. And we just saw it working. So yeah, okay, this is working-ish. I don't know if this is the fast method or not. No idea, because no user interface, so we don't know what the numbers are. We just need to trust that the animations and whatever graphics it's showing is telling us something. It's actually not telling me anything right now. All right, but we've got this. So, how do I get the flowers I need? I need a azure bluet. That's literally what I'm aiming for today. I need exactly one of them. Okay, I need an allium, and I need to throw it into a mana pool. And oh, I need an alchemy catalyst. What's an alchemy catalyst? It's one of these. So, mana pearl. Okay, so we can start with an enderpearl. Yeah, let's make a few. I don't know. That actually probably ate all the mana I ever owned. Did it? Wait, can I? Yes. Oh no. Okay, so this is a super expensive process. Or maybe I need just like 10 of these? I have no idea. Why don't I know things? Because I have never used this mod. I've got the Alchemy Catalysts, and apparently I'm supposed to place it under the mana pool, like that. Let's put the grass back in. And now I should be able to drop flowers into it to convert them into other flowers. So I think I had, I had 4 dandelions. I will need to find a source of normal flowers somewhere, because this is not gonna be sustainable. Oh, and I got a poppy. And I got a blue orchid. And I got an allium, so the next one... Yay! I got my flower. I can go back to my colony and fix my colony. I'll mess around here with other things just to see if we can get anything else useful. But this is literally what I was aiming for. I needed one of these. And eventually I will have my florist, I was about to say. No, I will have my florist in my colony, and the florist will be creating all kinds of flowers. But like I've seen, like if I can automate creation of these flowers, like the mystical flowers, that could be a very easy way of getting dye. So this could be an avenue worth pursuing in this mod as well. And was it you that needed a flower, or was it the other guy? I have 2 builders in my colony right now because, well, it's just faster. And I'm trying to build many things at the same time. It was this guy. Yes, the university needs 1 flower. Do I need any other flowers here? Dandelion. Oh, I'm so low on dandelions. I probably ran out of dandelions. I hope I have some in here. Other than that, oh, tulips, pink tulips, poppies, oh no, oh no, oh no. Tulips I think I can do. The other flowers, I need a new flower farm again. But yeah, just since I'm here, I'll just show you what's going on. Actually, you know what? I am carrying one of these with me. Let's use my jetpack. I now have 2 jetpacks because... one is charging and the other one I carry with me. Actually, I have both of them with me right now. So, yeah, we can fly here. Ow, I hit my head on the ceiling because I don't see it because it's too dark. And yeah, I've been upgrading my buildings. Basically what I've been doing. There is a school here. The school is where the children go and become intelligent so that they learn new skills faster later. And the unemployed people go into the library. It serves pretty much the same purpose, that's a mystical site. It makes everybody more happy, basically. Don't know what happiness does. I think it spawns citizens with better skills, which is nice, I guess. Oh, I just noticed there is an area here that is not properly lit up. There we go. Bigger restaurants, bigger fishery. What is this? Oh yeah, I started the mine because like the miner is supposed to just look for like normal ores. So I have no idea what the thought is here. If he will ever find anything, or he will just be collecting the random junk. Okay, like the miner is collecting random junk, so that's, I guess, fine. But the biggest reason why I want the mine is because I want a stone cutter, because I'm tired of making cobblestone stairs for all these builds. Not just cobblestone stairs, like stone brick stairs, and all these kinds of blocks. It just adds up. If we look here, there's tons of random blocks that are needed. Slabs, stairs, walls, cracked stone, etc, etc, etc. There's tons of stuff like that, and I want autocrafters for this. The only large-scale crafting that they do automagically right now is the sawmill, and these are the recipes that it has. It only has 25 recipes, right? Slabs, stairs, doors. The timber frames are just a pain because there's like 10 different variants and 10 different blocks of each type that just convert to each other, so it's a little bit annoying to make. But they also make chests, crafting tables, barrels, you see, like all kinds of stuff like that. And this one will probably need maybe 400 different recipes eventually. But they cannot do anything with stone, so I need a stonemason, I think, and for that I need a mine. And yeah, the shepherd is now bigger, so he has many more sheep. And the nice thing about the shepherd is that the shepherd dyes the sheep randomly, so we get different colors of wool in the storage, which is like both good and bad. It's bad because it's taking up a lot of slots of storage, but it's good because, well, yeah, I need lots of different colors. Like every of these buildings, especially at higher tiers, they contain random blocks of wool. You can see one random block of wool in here. Let's go in there so I can show you. Here is like black concrete powder for no good reason whatsoever. Here is a gray wool. Here is an orange wool. And they keep adding just random blocks like that. Or maybe this block, chiseled stone bricks, just randomly. And I understand that it is supposed to be a little bit grindy in the beginning, and then after a while you get all the autocrafters and the colony is gonna basically run itself. And yeah, it's nice, but it's a little bit grindy in the beginning, especially for resources that I don't have, like flowers today. And to completely switch tracks for a second, I completely misunderstood how this machine was working in the last episode. So what was actually going on with this generator turning on and off all the time, I thought it was because it was smart and the capacitor was full. This thing isn't smart. This thing actually is dumb and runs all the time. The problem was that the fermenter, it was fermenting melons, because I thought melons and everything else would generate exactly the same amount of ethanol. That's not true. This thing likes sugarcane or potatoes or apples much better than melons. Melons actually is just a quarter of the efficiency of sugarcane, for example. So this thing was running out of fuel. That's why it was pulsing on and off, on and off. And when I came here a while ago, everything was off because everything has run out of power. The fermenter and whatever this is called, the squeezer, ran out of power, and the machine was dead. I connected them also to the low voltage network just in case this happens again, so that we have some kind of emergency power, so that the fuel generation doesn't break down just because this machine broke down. And now I am trying an experiment, and the experiment is not working. Why is there low power? Oh, yeah, I'm taking... Yeah, sorry. I'm taking the signal from the wrong source. So there is a way to turn this machine on and off, and it is through this magical thing. has a red dot, so I'm assuming the red dot actually means something. I should actually read the manual here. Wait, is this actually working? No, it's not. It's the opposite of what it should be doing. It should turn off now, but it won't because I'm stupid. Why am I stupid? I'll be back in a second and I'll connect this correctly because apparently my brain has forgotten how these are supposed to work. So the way this is supposed to work is that once the capacitor goes empty completely, then this comparator will go dark and this torch will turn on. And that means that even when we're filling the capacitor, it's like halfway full or even 99% full, the signal strength from the comparator will be weaker than the signal strength here. It's not until when the capacitor is completely full that the comparator will be able to turn on, and that will turn off the torch, and that will allow the capacitor to completely discharge before the cycle repeats. And this line here turns the machine on and off. Now it's correctly wired, not like when I started this explanation. And I'm waiting for that to happen, but the problem is that like we are now completely full on fuel, and these machines are no longer sucking power, so we're using the power very, very slowly, and it's only to recharge the jetpack. And as you can see here, I have 2 jetpacks because I decided that since they are charging so stupidly slow, I will just have one in the charger and the other one I will have for flying. And I have looked around, and the only other charger that is faster in this mod pack is from the nuclear reactor, so I might just have to build a nuclear reactor any minute now. I was trying to resist the temptation, but it doesn't seem like we have that many options for charging, and it's like it's just for the jetpack. And I guess, well, the reactors are fun too. And we will need a lot of power because to get some of the rewards in the challenges, or I mean, not just get the rewards, I kind of want to finish this challenge. I want to make a creative capacitor, and to make the creative capacitor we need the ultimate catalyst, and the ultimate catalyst requires so many high voltage capacitors. What this is not telling you is that all of these have to be fully charged. So yeah, we will need a lot of power, so I will probably build a nuclear reactor relatively soon. Oops, I missed the moment when it turned on, but it literally turned on when the capacitor went to 0. Actually, it was slightly above 0. I'm not exactly sure how the comparator gives the signal from the capacitor here, but and let's see. How are we doing? Will we turn off? Was I a liar, or will we turn off when this gets full? Please don't make me a liar, capacitor. It made me a liar. Why? Why are you... What might be going on is that we are actually not getting full signal strength from this thing. So if I remove this... Yeah, it's power 14. So it doesn't ever give me 15. So this works on normal inventories. This doesn't work here. And that's why nothing is working here, because... Oh, it's giving me 14 and not 15. It should give me 15. Evil machine. It's supposed to be 15 and not 14. So maybe something like this, with just weakening the signal from the torch here down to 14. That should work. Oh, it's such ugly wiring, but like now I just want to see that this is actually working. Percent. So I'm actually suspecting that it's gonna drop to 0 before this fake drops to 0. I think just the math for the comparator on the capacitors is wrong. Because I'm waiting for this to drop to 0. And basically when it drops to 0, then we will hear that the generator turns on. So I can just watch the capacitor here. I don't even need to look at that line. There we go. So at 300 or 200 something, it dropped to 0. The comparator math, it's buggy. The comparators just don't behave the way comparators should. Now we'll see when it reaches, like, this is power 14, so when the capacitor goes full, or close to full, it should turn off. That's what we should see now. Please don't make me a liar, machine. There we go. It didn't go completely full, but yeah, now it's actually working correctly. And yes, instead of this torch, I can just use this line. I'll just do that. There we go. Don't need that, and can remove this. Perfect. Now this is working the way it should. It's kinda bulky and ugly, but it'll do. Welcome to Redstone with Borkon, where I confidently state that I understand something and my first solution is correct, and then we get it right on the 20th attempt. Hey, at least I got it working. And just because I just added that control system to the generator, I thought I could probably do the same thing with the mana here. So I did verify that the comparator works on the mana pool. I don't know if it gives off power level 15 when it's full. I guess we'll just notice eventually. If I pick up the comparator and check the power level here, it is only 4 right now, so I'm assuming that the mana pool isn't particularly full right now. I could be wrong, maybe 5 is maximum, I've no idea, but I guess we'll eventually notice. And I also started experimenting with something else. I did generate me some 2-high flowers, and I was thinking that I could be using this dirt here, which is fertilized farmland from farming for blockheads, to maybe make those work automatically. Unfortunately, they don't. I was just completely speculating in my head and thinking that, oh, maybe the way the fertilized farmland works is by just, if the farmland gets random ticked, it would just send the random tick to the block above. That's a reasonable assumption. That's not how it works. I actually checked the code. It does do bone mealing. So I was half right, but unfortunately it actually checks, it hooks into the growth stage of, well, whatever plant is growing on top of it. So that doesn't work. So the only way I can grow the flowers right now is by twerkage. I think I will try to find some other way of making these flowers grow automatically. And I'll probably have to split up so that we balance the amount of flowers. But right now I only know of dispensers, and I don't have a good source of bone meal just yet, so I don't want to automate this. But in case I ever need a medium amount of flowers, I can twerk this for a while, I guess. But I want to do a small experiment here. I want to see if I remove these two and dig this up. Yeah, we have water under the storage drawers. So I'm using the fertilizer that speeds up growth, but what happens if I use the fertilizer that increases crop output on the flowers? Will that work? I have no idea. So this one here, let's plant that one there. We're having the exact same number of each flower in here. Let's just twerk it. And we are still getting the same number of flowers. So I don't think the fertilizer does anything at all on the flowers. Well, we learned a couple of things here. Unfortunately, or maybe it does. I just had that idea. So let us go with it, because why not? So I want to charge the jetpacks. And since we also already touched a generator today, why not? According to this book, the simplest reactor should basically look something like this. And the bottom should be just reactor casing blocks. And then I think we needed all kinds of strange blocks in the middle. That's the controller. This will be the power tap. Let's put it on this side. I have no idea what I'm doing, so it's fine. Solid access port. I think that was the fuel hatch or whatever we want to call it. And then we needed a fuel rod in the middle. It's actually giving off light. Interesting. And we need a control rod at the top. And then just cover everything up with reactor casings, I think they are called. There we go. Did something... Oh, something did happen. On, off, scram. Apparently they can't explode, so the scram button is just for show. Uranium, I have tons and tons of uranium, so let's just give it half a stack. Actually, let's just give it 1 ingot. How do I do this? Can just shift click it. Okay, and it has fuel. That's 12.5%. And that's probably enough for an experiment. Okay, and turn it on. You are joking. How little? I have a nuclear reactor that's generating less power than like exactly a quarter windmill. Okay. I think I need to read up on how I make this bigger because okay, now this is silly. Come on, it wasn't 1,000. No, it was like 22. I wasn't seeing wrong, right? I'm seeing it right. 22 FE per tick. And the biggest windmill was giving me 88. I remember that, yeah, it is exactly 1/4. Oh, wow. I hope the bigger reactors are worth it, because all the power generation things here are not good enough. I'm tearing this down, and let's make it bigger. So apparently the biggest basic reactor I can build, and they are apparently more efficient, so I'm going to build a basic reactor at first, is 5x5. And we need fuel rods like this, and then control rods at the top. And apparently it's more efficient to leave the space between them empty, or I think fill in with graphite, although the documentation isn't particularly clear on that. I'm just gonna do that and see what happens. One controller here. Energy charging port. This is the charger that I can use for the jetpack. I'll just add it here on top of the port. Apparently need 2 solid access ports because one will be ejecting waste and the other one will be taking fuel, and it's easier to do that if you want to automate things, and I definitely want to automate things. We need some way to suck energy out of the reactor. Oh, where should I add it? This is getting crowded here. I'll put it up there for now. And then also, we need redstone ports because we need to be controlling this reactor. I'll put them like this. I don't know if it matters how I set them up, because apparently we want to be able to turn the reactor off whenever we don't need any power from it. And as far as I understand, there is no way to do it automatically in the interface. This also needs control from the outside, just like the generator below. There we go. Did it assemble? No. Only one casing may be used as part of reactor's frame. What? Ah, only casing may be... I read... Okay, only casings may be in the corners. That's annoying. Like this. But I kind of probably don't want the redstone bits to be next to each other because they will interfere with each other. So the last redstone bit, where do I put the last redstone bit? Oh, I guess I'll put the last redstone bit here, and we'll have to expand the wall or something like that. So that and this redstone bit here. Right. Please work, machine. And the machine is on. I think we can configure these. Yes, this can be configured to output things. I hope it ejects manually. So this will be the nuclear waste. And this is the input. Just for now, I'm just gonna throw in all the uranium I have, and hopefully this will... Okay, yeah. Oh, so much better. Oh, this is good. And I am wearing the jetpack, so let's just throw it in and see if it works the way I think it does. Yes, it does. Oh, and it's charging. Yay! It is very, very, very much faster than the generator below. So, who knew? Nuclear power better than diesel. Oh, but its internal buffer is just going nuts. Look at this. This is filling up so much. So it's still not charging it at full speed. Okay, now I need to turn the generator off. It takes a while for it to turn off, and it is still charging the jetpack from its internal buffer. Yeah, okay, so this works intuitively. I could grasp this pretty much immediately. Perfect. Okay, so let's figure out the redstone control for how this should turn on and off. And I think this was very, very straightforward. So this redstone port here is, oh, it's supposed to be here. Set from signal on and off. So it should, basically, if this redstone signal is high, I'm imagining it will just turn on the reactor. Here I have a powered latch. So this latch powers on when it gets a signal from the back here. It powers on permanently regardless of if the signal is here or not. And then it powers off if it receives a signal from the side. So the signal from the side is if we are above 90%, kept generating power after it was stopped. So I'm just thinking 90%. I'll adjust it later to be more exact. So it should turn off the reactor when it's above 90%, and when it's below 5%, it should turn it on, because I just picked 5% because it took a little while for it to spin up. There are some other settings here for ejecting things, and I don't really care about them right now. And we are sucking power out, and we should turn on when we are at 5%. Please don't make me a liar, my redstone. Does it turn on automatically at 5%? No, it doesn't. Interesting. So this thing is on, and it doesn't? Oh, it did. Maybe I missed something. Okay, let's see it turn off at 90%. Here we go. It seems to... No? No, this thing is still on. Active while above. Yes. Oh my... This thing powers this thing. No. I need just a repeater. This is very unfortunate. It shouldn't work that way. I don't like this. But that's the way it works, so we have to work around it. We moved past 5% and everything is still running. Yeah, the latch is behaving correctly, and we wait for this to fill up to 90%. And it turned off. Perfect! Right, so this is getting an export cable. Nope, like that. And I'm giving this one uranium. And now the fuel is completely full. Perfect. Apparently it will eject automatically into this chest. I haven't tried that, or I haven't seen that happen yet, but apparently it's supposed to do it completely automatically without me doing anything. So I will hook this up whenever we need that. Here we need one cable like this. Like, before I do that, I just... Oh, I have a jetpack, I can do this. So I have just added 3 capacitors here so that they are accessible from the immersive engineering room, because we will probably need some power down here. So that should work. Now we connect the cable. I will have to cover up this hole. Everything is configured. Everything is the way it should be. We now have a nuclear reactor. It is filling in the capacitors and it's going... Ooh, it's very hot. But apparently it's supposed to be hot. Hot is good. It's doing 3000 power per tick. Why was it doing less? Maybe it's because it's so full of fuel. That's a lot of power. I set out to do at least some experiments with flowers. I have achieved flowers, and we also got some power. So, thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice flower power. Bye.